Hey, if you watch our show long, you'll know we always hunt with a guy that's our pro staff member. His name's Kirk Mckendree. Man, this guy is a seasoned professional predator hunter. I've never seen anything like it. This guy took me under his wing probably 10 years ago, and I learned so much. I still continue to learn from this guy. On today's show, we're going to do something a little bit different. It's not going to be in a high rack. It's not going to be at nighttime. We're not going to be using our lights. We're going to be in the daylight in Nevada, and he's going to try to put down some fur. When you think of Nevada, the first thing that comes to mind for me is Las Vegas. We go there every year for SHOT Show, but flying over it, man, there's a ton of land down there. Obviously there's animals there, and of course predators. That's exactly what Kirk Mckendree found out a year ago, and he decided he wanted to go back. And I got with Kirk and I said, hey man, you mind if we send a cameraman? I want to get some of this on video.
He doesn't just predator hunt like we do sometimes during the year, or when we can seasonally, or when the conditions are just right. Look, this guy's predator hunting all year, year-round, non-stop, whenever he can, all over the United States. Now, this is wide open country that Kirk's hunting, and he's hunted it before, and he's familiar with the public land that you can hunt. But on this trip, he's also trying to get access to some of the private properties. There's pasture land and some agriculture actually, but mainly pasture land, cattle, antelope, deer. He's trying to find pockets that are either close to some private property where there could be more action, or he's actually got permission to hunt a couple areas that are pasture land. He's playing it smart, trying to get any advantage he can out here.
Well, the landscape in Nevada, it's basically desert, and that's about it. And the brush, it's not real tall. There's some areas where it's, fairly thick, but it's very low vegetation. And then there's some areas where you can see for miles. So what Kirk decided to do is get in the vehicle and start scouting, and basically using the vehicle so they can cover a lot of ground. He's looking for a good place with some elevation, so he has a great vantage point. He's trying to get where he can see a long ways. One of the most important things is he wants the wind in his face and the sun in his back. And so he's looking for a place that's going to have all those, and that's where he's going to be the most successful.
If any of you guys out there have tried to film your own hunts or have hunted with a camera or a camera guy, I tell you right now, it changes everything, because the cameraman has a different perspective on where the animal is than you do. And when he can see the animal and when you have a shot, that's why so many times, you know, like when Chad and I hunt or whoever's filming, or if there's another cameraman filming us, you got to communicate, and you can't shoot until you know for a fact that that cameraman has it on film. So look, it's like throwing a wrench in everything, you know, with Kirk having a cameraman, but I guarantee they'll get their act together and they'll get a shot.
Some of these places, you know, the visibility is amazing. I mean, we're seeing almost 3 miles away, but the vegetation, even though it's about head high at some points, these coyotes, they can navigate it very quickly, sometimes undetected, and they can be on you in a split second.
Oh! My call. Did you see it jump up in the air and knock the call out? Yes. That was unbelievable. Now I don't know if I can get up there without getting busted. Unbelievable.
All I know is this coyote, when it was there, it was there. It went after the call. It was aggressive. It happened so quick, I didn't even know what happened.
Yeah. Got herself a male. 34 yards. Came in hard to the coyote pop in distress. It's the first one of the trip that actually responded to the coyote pop in distress. So we have the sun on our back. We have our wind set properly. We have a good backdrop, as good as you can get. It's kind of low country because there's not a lot of tall stuff to work with. And we made the stand right. We called it properly. And when you do things by the numbers, this is what you expect to happen, and this is what we had happen. One come in and one down at 34 yards with the 22-250. Oh! It looks like we got ourselves another coyote down here, and we got a male. We're at a big rope around this maybe guessing it was 10 to 12 yards from the call. It was coming right on in. I did hang it up with a local howl to get my shot. It was a 50-yard shot. I went to a coyote pup in distress, and I didn't play it very long. And here we go. Here comes one again, almost on a string. They've been coming really good to the call, sometimes almost too good. But I was really worried about losing light on this one, and we didn't late this one, definitely. I was probably about 2 or 3 minutes away from cutting snake, so awesome. Just awesome. We worked hard today for this coyote. We worked really hard.
Well, in this next set, this is a great case of having the right call at the right time. Had this been any other call, it probably wouldn't have worked out. But by playing the pup in distress like Kirk did, he knew what he was doing. Man, this female coyote comes in and she could not stand it.
Stay on him. This is why I traveled over 2,000 miles from my house. Get myself out to Nevada. I'm hunting BLM, public land. Definitely not a pup. Those teeth. Actually this is a nice female for Nevada. The coats are starting to get furred up. It actually busted us. And when it busted us, I knew we were in trouble, started backing up. Just by changing the sound, I got her to turn around and actually almost started to commit again. And then once she came to a certain point, that was it. A lot of warning barking, a lot of jumping around, making the shot very difficult because hopping and hopping. And I finally just found a shot opportunity and took a shot. And this is the result. But this, I mean, you can look around, this is just as good as it gets. I mean, this is beautiful country. Forget even getting a coyote. I mean, this is worth coming up right here. This is as good as it gets. Beautiful, beautiful country.
Anytime that we can hunt with Kirk Mckendree and he says that a spot is good, we're going to listen to what he says because he's the professional, he's the expert. But on this episode, it was cool to go somewhere totally different through the wide open spaces of Nevada. And I knew that Kirk would be able to get it done, and he did. He shot some coyotes and did a great job.
You know, it doesn't matter what you're hunting. It doesn't. I love to hunt big bucks. I love to hunt deer. But no matter whether you're hunting hogs or you're hunting waterfowl or you're hunting predators like on today's show, I think every one of us would agree that hunting is just fun, isn't it? It's just a blessing to our lives. I'm so thankful that no matter what we get to hunt, anytime that we enjoy outdoors, hunting anything is just a blast. You know, as a pastor, I run into people all the time that think being a Christian or coming to Christ or going to church is going to be some boring, dull experience that, you know, if any fun's going to be had, it's going to have outside of a life committed to Christ. And I would just tell you that after 26 years of walking with the Lord myself, nothing could be further from the truth. Jesus said it like this in John chapter 10. He said, I came that you might have life and have it to its fullest, that you would live life to its fullest adventure possible. That's why Jesus came, to give us the life we were truly meant to live. not some bold, dull, boring existence. And so I'm telling you that I have experienced that, and I have been so thankful that I said yes to Jesus 26 years ago. It has literally taken me places that I never would have gone, and experienced things that I know in my heart I never would have experienced had it not been for that relationship with God. So if you're one of those people that think that, you know, church is boring and a relationship with God is just dull and meaningless, I would tell you, you really, really, really ought to give God a second look. You ought to give Jesus a second look. When you do it right, when you come into His life and He comes into yours, it changes everything. It is, in fact, a live life to the fullest adventure. If you'd like to know more about a personal relationship with God through His Son, Jesus Christ, just go to elusivewildlife.com and click on that Moment of Truth tab.